and welcome to Current News TV. I'm Alan Baker. Tonight, we turn our attention to a topic affecting millions, our relationship with sugar. A new report sheds light on why that sweet tooth might be more powerful than we think. A recent study highlights that consuming sugary foods doesn't just satisfy cravings. It activates the brain's reward system in ways similar to addictive substances like alcohol and nicotine. When sugar enters the body, it triggers a spike in dopamine levels, the neurotransmitter responsible for pleasure and motivation. The result? An increased desire for more, leading to a cycle of overconsumption. Experts, like neuroscientist Nicole Avena, emphasize that while sugary treats can be enjoyable,
sugar, it's sweet, it's tempting, and it's everywhere. From the obvious culprits like candy and cookies to less obvious sources like salad dressings and sauces, sugar finds its way into many of the foods we consume daily. While we all enjoy a sweet treat now and then, the sheer amount of sugar hidden in our modern diets has become a cause for concern. But why is it so hard to resist? The answer lies in the fascinating and complex workings of our brains. Our brains are wired to seek pleasure and reward, and sugar happens to be a potent activator of this reward system. When we consume sugar, our brains release dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and motivation. This surge of dopamine reinforces the desire for more sugar, creating a cycle that can be difficult to break. But that's not all. Over time, our brains can develop a tolerance to sugar, requiring more and more of it to achieve the same level of reward. This can lead to excessive sugar consumption and potential health problems. So how do we navigate a world saturated with sugar? The key is to understand how sugar affects our brains and to develop mindful eating habits that prioritize our health and well-being. Deep within our brains lies a complex network of neurons known as the reward system. This intricate system plays a crucial role in our survival and motivation, driving us to seek out activities that are essential for our well-being, such as eating and socializing. When we engage in these rewarding behaviors, our brains release dopamine, a neurotransmitter that signals pleasure and reinforces the behavior, essentially telling us, do that again. Sugar, it turns out, has a powerful effect on this reward system. When we consume sugary foods or drinks, our brains are flooded with dopamine, triggering a surge of pleasure and satisfaction. This feeling is so powerful that it can override our body's natural signals of fullness, leading us to consume more sugar than we need. This response is not inherently a bad thing. In fact, our ancestors relied on their innate preference for sweetness to seek out calorie-rich foods, ensuring their survival in times of scarcity. However, in our modern world, where sugary treats are readily available and often cheaper than healthier options, this ancient reward system can backfire, leading to overconsumption and a host of health issues. Understanding how sugar hijacks our brain's reward system is the first step toward making more conscious choices about our sugar intake. By recognizing the powerful influence of this system, we can begin to develop strategies to manage our cravings and make healthier choices for our bodies and minds. Dopamine. It's often called the feel-good hormone, and for good reason. This tiny chemical messenger plays a big role in how we experience pleasure and motivation. From enjoying a delicious meal to achieving a personal goal, dopamine is released in response to rewarding experiences, creating a sense of satisfaction and well-being. While dopamine is released in response to a wide range of pleasurable activities, from listening to music to spending time with loved ones, certain substances like sugar can trigger a particularly powerful dopamine surge. This is because sugar directly activates taste receptors on our tongues that send signals to the brain's reward system, triggering a cascade of dopamine release. This intense dopamine rush is what makes sugary foods so addictive. Our brains quickly learn to associate sugar with pleasure, leading us to crave it more and more. Over time, this can lead to a vicious cycle of sugar cravings, overconsumption, and potential health problems. While it's important to be aware of the addictive potential of sugar, it's also important to remember that dopamine is not inherently bad. In fact, it plays a vital role in many aspects of our lives, from motivation and learning to creativity and focus. The key is to find a healthy balance and to satisfy our dopamine cravings in ways that support our overall well-being. Have you ever wondered how the sweet taste of a strawberry or a chocolate chip cookie gets translated into a pleasurable sensation in your brain? It's a fascinating journey that involves a complex interplay between our taste buds, nerves, and the reward center in our brains. It all starts on our tongues, which are covered in tiny bumps called papillae. Within these papillae are taste buds, each containing specialized receptor cells that detect different tastes, including sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. When sugar molecules come into contact with the sweet taste receptors on our tongues, they bind to these receptors, triggering a signal that travels along nerve fibers to the brainstem. From there, the signal is relayed to the thalamus, a relay station in the brain that processes sensory information. Finally, the signal reaches its destination, the gustatory cortex, located in the frontal lobe of the brain. Here, the signal is interpreted as sweet, and the brain's reward system is activated, leading to the release of dopamine and a surge of pleasure. This intricate pathway, from tongue to brain, highlights the powerful connection between our senses and our brain's reward system. By understanding this connection, we can begin to make more conscious choices about the foods we consume and the signals we send to our brains. Section 5. Hidden Sugars, the Sneaky Truth. One of the biggest challenges in managing sugar intake is its pervasiveness in our food supply. Sugar isn't just lurking in obvious culprits like cookies and cakes. It's often hidden in plain sight, added to a wide array of processed foods and drinks, even those marketed as healthy. From flavored yogurt and breakfast cereals to salad dressings and pasta sauces, sugar finds its way into our shopping carts under the guise of different names, making it difficult to track and control our consumption. Some common aliases for sugar include high fructose corn syrup, sucrose, dextrose, maltose, and evaporated cane juice, to name a few. Food manufacturers add sugar to their products for various reasons. Sugar enhances flavor, improves texture, extends shelf life, and can even make us feel fuller, albeit temporarily. However, these added sugars offer no nutritional value and contribute to a range of health issues, including weight gain, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even certain types of cancer. The good news is that we can regain control of our sugar intake by becoming more discerning label readers. By scrutinizing ingredient lists and being mindful of hidden sugars, we can make more informed choices that support our health and well-being. Section 6. Tolerance, the sugar trap. As we indulge in sugary treats repeatedly, a concerning phenomenon can occur within our brains: tolerance. Just like with certain drugs, our brains can become desensitized to the dopamine rush triggered by sugar, requiring us to consume more and more to achieve the same level of reward. This happens because the repeated influx of sugar can lead to changes in our brain chemistry. Over time, our brains may produce less dopamine or become less sensitive to its effects. As a result, the pleasurable feeling we once experienced from a single cookie may diminish, prompting us to eat 2 or 3 cookies to achieve the same level of satisfaction. This phenomenon of tolerance can set the stage for a vicious cycle of sugar cravings, overconsumption, and potential addiction. As our brains become less responsive to sugar's effects, we may find ourselves craving sweeter and sweeter foods, leading to a spiral of unhealthy eating habits. Understanding the concept of tolerance is crucial for breaking free from the sugar trap. By recognizing that our brains can adapt to sugar intake and require increasing amounts to achieve the same effect, we can become more mindful of our consumption and take steps to reset our brain's reward system. Section 7. Breaking free tips for taming your sweet tooth. While the allure of sugar can be powerful, it's not an impossible feat to regain control of our sweet cravings and develop a healthier relationship with sugar. Here are some practical tips to help you tame your sweet tooth and reduce your sugar intake. Read labels carefully. Don't be fooled by marketing claims or flashy packaging. Turn the package around and check the ingredient list for hidden sugars. Choose whole foods. Opt for fresh fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains over processed foods. Stay hydrated. Sometimes thirst can be mistaken for hunger or sugar cravings. Keep a water bottle handy and sip on water throughout the day. Satisfy your sweet tooth naturally. Reach for naturally sweet foods like fruits, dates, or a small amount of honey or maple syrup to satisfy your cravings without the added sugar rush. Don't deprive yourself. Allow yourself occasional treats in moderation. Deprivation can lead to intense cravings and overindulgence later on. Find healthy swaps. Experiment with healthy substitutes in your favorite recipes. For example, use mashed bananas or applesauce to replace some of the sugar in baking. Get enough sleep. When we're sleep deprived, our bodies produce more of the stress hormone cortisol, which can increase cravings for sugary and fatty foods. Manage stress. Stress can also trigger sugar cravings. Find healthy ways to manage stress, such as exercise, meditation, or spending time in nature. Remember, breaking free from sugar's grip is a journey, not a race. Be kind to yourself, celebrate small victories, and focus on making sustainable changes that support your overall health and well-being. Section 8. A balanced diet, your key to success. In the quest to manage sugar intake, focusing on a balanced and nourishing diet is paramount. A balanced diet provides your body with the essential nutrients it needs to function optimally, helps regulate blood sugar levels, and can reduce cravings for sugary foods. A balanced diet should include a variety of foods from all food groups, including fruits and vegetables. Aim for at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables per day. They're packed with vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants that support overall health and help regulate blood sugar levels. Whole grains. Choose whole grain bread, pasta, rice, and cereals over refined grains. Whole grains are a good source of fiber which slows down sugar absorption and promotes satiety. Lean proteins. Include lean proteins like fish, chicken, beans, lentils, tofu, and nuts in your diet. Protein helps stabilize blood sugar levels and promotes feelings of fullness. Healthy fats. Don't shy away from healthy fats found in avocados, olive oil, nuts, and seeds. These fats help keep you feeling satisfied and can improve insulin sensitivity. By prioritizing a balanced diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods, you provide your body with the nutrients it needs to thrive and reduce the likelihood of blood sugar spikes and crashes that can trigger sugar cravings. Section 9. Listen to your body, the power of mindful eating. In our fast-paced world, it's all too easy to eat mindlessly, shoveling food into our mouths without paying attention to our body's hunger and fullness cues. However, practicing mindful eating can be a powerful tool in managing sugar intake and developing a healthier relationship with food. Mindful eating involves paying full attention to the present moment of eating, noticing the colors, textures, and aromas of your food, chewing slowly and savoring each bite, and paying attention to your body's signals of hunger and fullness. When you eat mindfully, you're more likely to make conscious food choices, eat when you're truly hungry, and stop when you're comfortably full, reducing the likelihood of overeating or giving in to sugar cravings. Here are some tips for practicing mindful eating. Eliminate distractions. Turn off the TV, put away your phone, and create a calm eating environment. Engage your senses. Take a moment to appreciate the appearance, smell, and texture of your food before taking a bite. Chew thoroughly. Aim for at least 20 chews per bite. This aids digestion and allows your brain to register fullness cues. Pause between bites. Put your fork down between bites and take a moment to savor the flavors and check in with your hunger levels. Listen to your body. Pay attention to your body's signals of hunger and fullness. Eat when you're hungry and stop when you're comfortably satisfied. By incorporating mindful eating practices into your daily routine, you can transform your relationship with food, reduce your sugar intake, and cultivate a deeper appreciation for the nourishment and enjoyment that food provides.
That wraps up this segment. Stay with Current News TV for the latest on this and other major topic. I'm Alan Baker. Thank you for watching.